One. 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Mic check, mic check. What's kicking, family? This is Mr. Batch of
The commission. Yeah.
What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. I'm Mr. Batch. What's happening, family? Football season is over. Yes, with the culmination of the Super Bowl 48 won by the Seattle Seahawks in resounding fashion over Peyton Manning and his Denver Broncos. The Seattle Seahawks become the 19th franchise to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. What a blowout in Super Bowl 48. Wow. Well, leading up to it, I was part of the world's biggest huddle. That's right. This was dubbed the Man Transit Super Bowl. Did I get that correctly? But in any event, you can see a couple of themes that was going along here. One of them was more super with you, plus 48 years in the making, as dubbed by the New York Times. That was courtesy of the New York Times with a fan guide. They got this little poster here with all 48 rings and shots from all 48 Super Bowls. And that also coincides with a little trivial thing that I'm saying is the amount of continental United States that we have from East Coast to West Coast. That's right, 48 continental United States. Yeah, I was sitting back there, I'm like, wow, what a significance. I better go play a number. Well, as you know, the week before Super Bowl week, we had a snowstorm here in New York City. And, you know, that was the whole thing. What are you going to do if it snows? What's the contingency plan? Yes, the NFL had a contingency plan in effect. It took them 18 hours to clear out all the snow that had fell. They had brought in equipment to melt several tons of snow. And now the week before Super Bowl week, we had one day where it was 7 degrees. That's right, 7 degrees. So the weather was a big issue coming into Super Bowl 48. A big issue. But as we all know, it was a non-issue when the actual game time came. Now, leading up to that, I was part of the world's biggest huddle, which I had fun. Hopefully you also had enjoyed the drum corps that opened up this set coming in to see me. Man, that was part of the festivities that they had going on all week. Monday, I had worked LaGuardia Airport. Meeting and greeting, people coming off the plane, saying my spiel, and a couple of people would go, the game's in Jersey. And then I would go, but you're partying in New York. I had a blast, you know, at LaGuardia. Then Tuesday, I worked the media day over at the Sheraton Hotel on 50th and Broadway, a couple of blocks south of the Ed Sullivan Theater. They had buses staged right outside the Sheraton, so all the news reporters, I mean, the foreign journalists, everybody, you name it. I seen Peter King, Dan Levitar, Rodney Harrison that day, you know, when I was working my post on the for the media day by the buses. It was so cold I had to run inside the deli, Lynn's Deli, one of the famous delicatessens, and get warmed up. I'm telling you, yo, it was brick. I even got this. This is what they were handing out to the journalists as they was getting on the bus. Then Thursday I had worked Grand Central. That was fun. I was able to hand out Super Bowl Boulevard maps, and on the flip side, it was a map of the subway system and also how you can get from New York to New Jersey to MetLife Stadium in the Meadowlands via public transportation. Oh, that was a blast. Double-decker bus. And then I walked around and I seen the dude, he looked like from Lucky Charms, but he's the Denver Broncos colors. He was out there in full regalia. I walked up and down Super Bowl Boulevard. I took a couple of pics. You know, it was nice out there. And then Friday, I had worked on one of the hotels. Besides doing Bryant Park 42nd to 6th along with Radio Row, where I had seen Trent Dilfer. I had seen Michael K. I had gave Michael K. a shout out. Hey, how you doing? You know, I said, I like your show. You know, it's one of those things. I wasn't bum rushing him. I just, you know, acknowledged him. And he acknowledged back. He had a nice subject during that week leading up into the Super Bowl about how big the Super Bowl is and how it can consume some cities. But for New York, that's not the case. We're too big. It's not like New Orleans and Indianapolis where that's the only game in town. We've got so much other stuff going on. We even had 2 outdoor hockey games, part of the Stadium Series, which the Rangers won. One was on Sunday and one was that Wednesday leading up to the Super Bowl. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it, man. That whole week was fun. And then come that Sunday, got my newspaper, because early in the week, I had got the Fan Guide from the New York Times, which has got this in it. And then on Sunday, the Sunday paper had a nice outside wrapper by some art by Ed Merzansky for the Daily News. Peyton Manning and Sherman and Richard Sherman climbing the iconic, Empire State to grab the Lombardi. That was a nice piece of artwork to symbolize, what's going on here in this city known as New York, the Big Apple. Ran over to my friend's house. He had the nachos and chicken wings going, along with adult beverages. Had the big screen, was ready to watch it. Had my little eye stuff on. I was good to go. And then the game was that. Wow. Oh well, I watched it, loved the halftime. I'm now a fan of Bruno Mars, big time. He's got to be on my playlist now in rotation. Always did like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I can understand, why logistically speaking, the NFL did not want them to plug in. And also with artists, when you're outside, it kind of plays havoc with your hands and the strings and everything like that. Think about that, folks. But other than that, it was a banging, the most viewed halftime show ever. Now, it closed on a sad note. Game was a blowout. People in Denver, well, not in Denver, the Denver fans wanted to get out of town with the quickness, but they couldn't because New Jersey Transit dropped the ball. They had all these people standing there, staged to catch these shuttle trains going back to Secaucus when they had 100 buses staged 6 miles away so that it can alleviate some of this overcrowding. And in some instances, people were screaming, New Jersey sucks. Come on now. New Jersey in the beginning of this was talking about, oh, there's no love for us, da da da. You dropped the ball. That's right, I'm throwing New Jersey under the bus. How you like that one? That's pretty funny, huh, guys? So that's what happened the whole week. Season is over. Have to wait till next year. Super Bowl 48. I got my stuff for the Super Bowl. And, other than that, this is Mr. Batch. Check out this other clip of the drum corps on my way out. I'm out. Peace.